Let's be real, in today's world, your credit card is way more than just a piece of plastic, right? It's basically a key to your entire financial life. But here's the big question. Are you really doing enough to protect it? Well, today we are going to unpack the ultimate guide to locking down your finances from all the modern threats out there. So let's dive right in. So think about this for a second. Is your wallet safer than your password? It sounds like a pretty simple question, but the truth is, our financial info is getting attacked from every direction. I mean, it could be a data breach on a website you used just one time, or it could be someone just getting a quick peek at your physical card. The threats are literally everywhere. We're going to tackle both sides of this coin, the digital and the physical, starting right now. All right, here's our game plan. First up, we're going to build your defenses, your fortress, to stop fraud before it even starts. Then, we'll run through the emergency playbook for what to do when a threat actually gets through. And finally, we'll put on our detective hats and figure out where the attack came from, because that's the secret to making sure it never, ever happens again. Okay, let's get proactive. Section 1 is all about building that digital fortress. The best way to fight credit card fraud is to make sure it never has a chance to happen in the first place. A really strong security strategy kind of stands on 3 pillars. You've got the tech you use, your own personal habits, and then the security systems that your bank already has in place. If any one of those pillars is shaky, your whole defense could come tumbling down. And this is where technology can be your absolute best friend. See, when you use something like Apple Pay or Google Pay, you're not actually giving the store your real card number. Instead, your phone creates this unique one-time use code. They call it a token. Now, even if a hacker managed to grab that token, it's totally useless for any other purchase. It's a massive, massive security upgrade over swiping a physical card. But look, technology isn't a silver bullet. Your personal habits are that second crucial pillar of your defense. You got to treat your card number like it's a top secret password. That means never, ever taking a picture of it. And when you're out, like at a restaurant, try to keep your physical card where you can see it. Okay, if you remember just one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. Your bank, the police, your phone company, no legitimate company will ever call you or text you and ask for your one-time password or that little verification code. If they do, it's a scam, 100% of the time. End of story. All right, on to Section 2, Code Red. So just imagine it. You get that horrible notification on your phone for a purchase you know you didn't make. Your first instinct? Probably to panic. But panic is your enemy here. What you need is a calm, super fast action plan. And here's that exact plan, broken down into 4 simple steps. 1. Call your bank and freeze that card right away. Stop the bleeding. 2. File an official dispute for the charge. 3. Document everything. I mean everything. Take screenshots of the transaction, the alert, any weird messages you got. And 4. Report it. The faster you do all this, the better your chances are of getting all your money back. Okay, so let's move on to Section 3, the investigation. Once you've handled the immediate crisis, it's time to figure out what just happened. Was this some random hacker halfway across the world? Or is the source actually a lot closer to home? Finding out is absolutely key to making sure it doesn't happen again. The crime itself can actually leave behind some major clues. These big, organized hacking groups, they tend to make really weird foreign transactions, a lot of times for digital stuff like video game credits, and at all hours of the night. But an insider threat, that often looks way more normal, like a local food delivery order placed around the time you'd usually eat. So the very first question you have to ask yourself is, where has my physical card actually been? Did you hand it to a server at a restaurant, leave it at a hotel front desk? Any single moment that card is out of your sight, that's a potential weak spot. Next, you've got to retrace your digital steps. Did you click on a sketchy link in a text message lately? Or maybe buy something from a small, unfamiliar website? Those phishing scams and insecure online stores are the biggest ways hackers get a hold of your info online. And now we get to the hardest question of them all. Who in your personal life has had access to your card or even just its details? A family member, a friend, a coworker? This is where we have to face the tough possibility of an insider threat. And that brings us right to Section 4, Decoding the Inside Job. This part covers a pretty advanced technique for those times when you really suspect the leak isn't from some anonymous hacker, but from someone you actually know. So, we're going to use something called the cross-verification test. Think of it like a three-part checklist. And if all three of the conditions we're about to go through are true for your situation, it points very, very strongly to the leak being internal. So first, just ask yourself, have I been sticking to my usual trusted online stores? If you haven't really been on any new or weird websites lately, then the odds of a random data breach being the cause go way down. Second, how sure are you that your devices are clean? No weird pop-ups, no strange software that you don't remember installing? This helps you rule out any malware that could be secretly recording what you type. And finally, here's the third and most crucial condition. Has physical access to your card been super limited? I mean, if it's basically never left your site and only a tiny trusted group of people has ever seen it, and if the first two conditions are also true, then the source of the leak is almost certainly within that small group. So what do you do then? You can try the replace card test. It's so simple, but it's really effective. Go get a new card from your bank. But, and this is the most important part, tell absolutely no one you have it. Don't update it on any of your online accounts, just wait. If the bad charges stop immediately, well, you've just confirmed the leak was tied to your old card's information, which someone you know had access to. Okay, let's wrap all this up in our final section, your final security checklist. I know we've covered a lot, but your ongoing defense can pretty much be boiled down to three simple key numbers. And here they are. Your goal is to hit these three targets. You want 100% of your transactions to send an immediate notification to your phone. You want to have 0 photos of your card info on any of your devices. And finally, you want to be 100% consistent with checking your statement every single week. You know, when it all comes down to it, the most important thing to take away is this. Security isn't something you can just buy or a setting you can just set and forget. It's an ongoing practice. It's about staying aware, checking your accounts, and keeping up those smart personal habits we talked about. So we've walked through the entire playbook, from building your fortress to responding to an emergency. The power to protect your money is really in your hands. So my question to you is, what's the first action you're going to take, starting right now, to make yourself just a little bit safer?